Hey everyone, Jake here for American Muscle, and in this video we're taking a look at these LED taillights with gloss black housings and smoked lenses fitting 2015 to 2023 Mustangs. Now these are a perfect choice for the S550 owner who's looking for a unique upgrade to their car. Featuring LED lighting elements and a cool retro style, these are going to make your Mustang stand out from the crowd without costing you a ton of money. As you can tell, these are quite a departure from the standard tri-bar taillights on the S550, or really on any Mustang. These go kind of in the opposite direction with the circular design, which puts me in mind of something you'd have seen in the 50s or 60s. They're very jet age if you're into that sort of aesthetic. And they're very three-dimensional too, because obviously they pop out quite a bit from the housing, as opposed again to the stock tri-bars. Now the housings here are gloss black to match the other trim on your car, and the lenses, as you can see, are smoked as well. So even with everything off, these are still pretty slick looking. And that means the lighting elements are going to blend in pretty well also. Now those rings are powered by LEDs, and they light up a bright red too. Of course, function as your running lights, your turn signals, and your brake lights. So you lose no functionality here versus stock. These are still nice and bright, just like the factory LEDs. They just bring a cooler, different style to your Mustang's rear end. The housings here are made using ABS plastic, which is the industry standard as it's strong and lightweight. The lenses are made from polycarbonate, again, pretty much the industry standard. Now the lighting elements inside are of course LEDs, so they have a nice long lifespan, and everything comes pre-wired with even vent tubes on the back, so they're pretty much ready to go, making installation a snap. But we'll talk more about that in a moment. Pricing for this set is going to come in at about $400, which makes these a pretty affordable upgrade even compared to other taillights on the market. So if you like the style and you've got the cash to spend, these are going to be a cool upgrade. They're definitely going to set your Mustang apart. Now installation is going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should only take you about 1 hour to complete. Now like we were just discussing a few moments ago, these do come pre-wired, and they're going to utilize all the factory mounting points, so they are direct bolt and plug-in replacement for your stock taillights. You don't have to do any wiring or any permanent modifications to your car, so you can return it to stock later on if you need to. All that said though, let's head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through it.
The tools you'll need for this project are a ratchet, a 10mm socket, and a trim panel removal tool. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of taillights on our Mustang, so let's get started by watching a short video on how to uninstall the stock lights.
All right, we're gonna start off by first popping the trunk to gain access to the inner panels here. All right, we're gonna first start off by getting our liner out of the way there, and then we're gonna remove the 4 plastic nuts holding the back plastic on. Over here as well. Set these to the side. All right, now I have a push pin removal tool. There are 2 Christmas tree clips that you have to remove. There's one here, and there's one right on the other side. Now we can peel back our liner to expose our wiring harness right here. And then we have to get this 10mm nut off that stud right there. So you have to get this 10mm nut, and then these 2. Those are the only 3 holding in the taillight housing. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is unplug this taillight, and then take my 10mm socket. I am using a deep socket. Start loosening up this nut until it's finger tight, and you can back it off the rest of the way. Hold on to this hardware, you will be reusing it. Now there are 2 more up here as well. All right, we're gonna repeat that on the other side as well. All right, now with your wiring and your 3 nuts removed, we can now pull straight back on our taillight assembly. Now there's going to be a grommet right here to hold your wiring harness in place. Peel back that and bring back your plug. It's the same step for this side as well. Pull straight back. Take your grommet out, as well as your plug.
So to install our new light, it's pretty much just a reversal of the uninstall process. So we've got our wiring harness with our grommet here. We'll feed that through the hole, press in our grommet, and then we'll reattach the nuts on the 3 studs on the back side. Feed in our wire. Press our grommet into place. Slide our studs through. Now we can reinstall the nuts on the back side. We've got our 2 studs here. And then our 1 back here in the corner. And while we're here, we'll go ahead and plug in our harness. Now we plug in our harness. And then use our 10mm socket to tighten it up. Go ahead and fold back our panel and reinstall our push pin. And now you can repeat this process for the other light. Now we can reinstall our trim panel at the rear of the trunk, making sure that our clips go back into place. Now we can reinstall our retaining knobs, 2 on each side. And repeat that process for the other side, and then go ahead and replace our trim panel at the bottom. And then go ahead and put our bottom trim panel piece back in place, and your install is now complete. And that wraps up our review and install of the LED taillights with the gloss black housing and smoke lens for your 15 and newer Mustang. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.